I need it like this. Hey, y'all. This is your podcast host, Charlie Brigson, and with me, my co-host from time to time. We already know, guys, toothpaste and orange juice. Yes, we have conversations like that 3 o'clock in the morning with vodka. My homegirl, okay, the funny thing is we went to a bodega, and I had to, okay, I'm not going to say what I brought, but she wouldn't let me put it in the bag. She was like, I have my tote. And the guy looked at us like,
oh, no, it was like 7 bottles of soda water.
Oh, I remember. What? I was like, she would not let me put 7 bottles of soda water in a plastic bag. She's like, no, bitch, I'll hold them all.
They're in a bottle, you know, you can just carry it.
I swear to you, plastic kills turtles.
No, plastic bags are made out of petroleum.
Yes.
So we need to use way less of them. If you're buying a bag of potato chips, why are you putting it in a plastic bag? Just carry the bag of potato chips.
Yes, I agree. And welcome to Getting to the Pussy. Yes. So we have, we're here chilling. We also have a co-host with us from our last episode, Alex. Hey, Alex. How are you, sir?
Still here.
He came back. He didn't run away.
Don't run away from me.
Still here.
So we have this topic is really cool. A really quick freestyle topic. The topic is, would I really want me back for who I was? Well, the topic is, would I really be into me? Would you really be into me if I was who I was 70 pounds before? And I mean, this topic where I flubbed that up, cut. But the true thing is, would you really want you if you were you before the changes? Right? So this goes back to, for example, as we know, I'm 70 pounds lighter. Alex, you're like damn near 100 pounds lighter. So let's
make me sound like a crackhead, but okay.
I mean, but you're tall, so like you do your thing. So let's take ourselves back, right? And Katie, I'm sure you went through some type of transformation, right? Be it physically, mentally,
Well, I mean, everybody goes through transformations. Right? Okay. I mean, even you go through transformations from when you learn to walk to crawl.
Yeah.
Or I said it backwards. When you learn from going from crawling to walking.
Yeah.
That's a transformation.
That is a transformation. So would you really want someone to want you when you were crawling and now that you're walking?
Yeah.
So I've been in the gym and So I go to New York Sports Club, and I avoided this gym for like 10 years. I went to it 10 years ago, and I finally walked back in. And then I see kind of the same faces, some guys I thought were cute, whatever. And 10 years ago, no one looked at me, right? I wasn't trying to get looked at anyway, but I used to be like, oh my gosh, you're cute, but you're not going to give me eye contact, fine. So 10 years later, I'm working out. I'm at the Stairmaster, and I swear to you, there's like 3 people like staring at me, or I have huge eyes. So I now look down on the floor. I do everything to not look at people in the eye. Because there's a part of me, I'm pissed off. I'm like, dude, you see me around the block. You see me a year ago. Now you're looking at me? Like, fuck you. Right? And I got so angry. And I remember we were meeting for drinks later on at after the gym. And Katie, you were like, Charlie, you can't get mad. Would you want you back then? Shit, girl. But that broke my heart.
And actually re-listening to your experience, I realized the big difference was because you said it. It wasn't that they weren't looking at you because you were heavier. They weren't looking at you because you said you didn't want them to look at you.
Yeah.
Really, most of this comes from within. If you don't want someone to look at you, then you're going to do things to not have them.
That is true.
So it doesn't matter what size you are or where you're at. If you are someone that's like, you know what, I want to be looked at, then you got to have that in your mindset.
Interesting, because when I think of myself 10 years ago, I would wear the huge T-shirts, the sweatpants, like I could have swore I was a TLC reject, a background dancer. And now I'm like in my tights, I'm showing my arms, I'm like, it's just hot. If I'm half-naked or
You're in the Spice Girl stage.
I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want it. But Alex, what about you? How, would you, from your change from before and after?
No, I'll be honest, I'm shallow at times, so, yeah. I wouldn't want to go back, just going forward. But so I would want to talk to somebody, basically. How do they view it? Do they view it as, like I said, a journey, or are they just looking at it in spurts? Yeah. Because somebody's looking at it in spurts, it's like, wait, so you're looking at it from here. So if you don't want the whole story when it was bad, I don't care about that. This is good from here. Depending on how the conversation is going. But they just want it from one angle. It's just like when it gets bad, they may not be there. Instead of like knowing the whole story, your full story, where like somebody knows you're present now, you're looking good. Like you see how guys, they know you now.
Yeah.
But they say, well, like they're talking to you about like, how did you get here? Or like, it sounds kind of corny, but like, how did you get here? What happened? And they're going with you through the journey, they're able to get that conversation going of like the whole story. Then they're good guys. You can say like, I can fuck with this dude.
Nah, I don't get that. I get the how are you, and they're looking straight at my.
But you got to understand. No.
It's like,
Kate,
you know what?
Kate, help her out. I'm trying to explain to her guys at the 9 p.m. We're thinking all about sex. It's nothing else we want to. 9 p.m. every day.
I gotta go out more at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. All dudes think about is sex. That's it.
After 9 p.m.
It's dark in the
I'm going
summertime.
home too early. This is my problem.
It's dark in the winter. Yeah.
It's the winter. I get it. And you actually made me feel better about this because you were like, Katie, because I think we were talking before, and you were like, sex. And I was like, why is sex important? You were like, because sex is still a major need.
It's your basic need. You need
it's
it.
A basic need. Yeah.
You technically need it more than even food. Food comes after. Survival comes after your basic need.
Yes. I'm sorry. I just thought of like chocolate figs or something after sex.
No, you were thinking about sex. You were looking all over the place. I see your eyes. Kate was right behind you,
Have
though.
you seen my childhood? Yeah. Katie, were you thinking about sex too right now?
I was thinking about making out.
Oh.
Somebody's about two people about to get some text messages like, I haven't talked to you in a little while.
What's good? No,
Can
but
I
I
see
hate
you,
those.
please?
I'm like,
Can I see you at 9 p.m.?
Yeah.
I'll be like, no, because if you didn't want me at my 4 p.m., you can't have me at my 9.
And this is the one that was laughing about me about the treadmill. She's about to find her treadmill. Look, I'm the treadmill. She's the Stairmaster.
I just realized that's really funny. If everybody's thinking about if all men, according to Alex,
Don't
are
believe in
thinking
them
about
not.
sex at 9 p.m., I love the idea of if you don't want me at 4 p.m., then I don't.
What's your till 9 p.m., bitch? I love that. I think that's a whole new podcast episode.
Listen, everybody, you girls act like this is something new to you when everybody knows don't be a 2 a.m., 3 o'clock in the morning booty call. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people call you hourly.
Oh, yeah.
So
I don't
guys
pick
can't.
up.
That's when it starts really for guys, 9 o'clock.
I know. I don't pick up.
And then after 1 o'clock, we just calling yo, listen, I just gotta
see. And this is why I have rules. If you're not respectful enough to like hit me up before midnight, after midnight, if we're not in a relationship, and even if we were, you would know better. I'm not obligated to pick up. Hell no. Like,
have you ever had that? Have you ever had a guy like, if he does it, it's okay, but
no, I try not to because that gets a slippery slope.
God.
No, I try not to get this disrespect. Don't get me wrong. I'm horny, right?
And we're turning to Kate. Please help her
No,
out.
bullshit. Don't help me out. I'm going to get this and I'm going to slam you on this. This is on some real shit. I feel that when the most disrespectful thing, yes, we can be cool and you can hit me up at 2 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. What pisses me off is, motherfucker, what have you been doing all those hours? So you mean to tell me you've been hanging out, you've been doing this, you've been having all these great experiences without me, but now you want to come to my home for the after party? It's like, fuck you, right? So for me, now in my new transformation, I'll tolerate it every now and then because I'm horny. Yeah, I got to get a nut off. Oh, Jesus, I'm speaking my truth. But for me, I'll let it happen sometimes, but I have no problem slowing someone down. Like, okay, this happened. It's not cool, right? I'm not that cool girl. I'm not that cool. Oh, cool, come through. I'm not that cool girl because eventually, I will turn on you, you know? Am I making sense, Katie?
No, I think it's something to really hold. And even if, I think that's having the power because, yeah, maybe you have somebody who you only are hooking up with and you know that it's nothing more. Mm-hmm. It's, if you guys are both on the same page, then great.
Cool.
Why not? Like we all want it. But I think it becomes hard when one of them is wanting more.
Yeah.
And that's when it can become sad and
yeah,
what is that? What do you mean by wanting more? Like wanting more?
Well, if you want a relationship with someone, you're not going to get it from your 2 a.m. boy.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Or your 2 a.m.
What
girl.
happens when the 2 a.m. guy starts coming around a little bit in the daytime? Does that save him? Or does that make him like seem like he's more available? Or that's just like, how does that feel?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on.
Because there must be some type of connection to the 2 a.m. guy if you let him come by 2 a.m., right?
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, I think that's the traction anyway. Like for me, I have someone who I love as a person. I think he's great. As a friend, we're awesome. Once alcohol gets in us, it's bad. Because and for me, like I love this person, but I don't want to be in a relationship with him. So then it's like I really shouldn't be drinking around him because things do happen, and I do.
Just jump on it.
Yeah, and it's not healthy, you know?
Yeah.
But the thing is I'm aware of it. Now, if I was in my 20s and this was going through, it would just be a panic circle of lots of phone calls and why doesn't he like me? Or,
why don't you love me? Sorry, I'm just about. That's true. No, that's true. And I think that as women, we need to communicate that there's nothing wrong with having someone coming, you know? But as a woman, and like I said, I go back to being the cool girl. Like now in my age, I don't care about being the cool girl. I have no problem saying, hey, come through, whatever. But for me, if there's too much of that and there's not, reciprocity? If there's not a clear form of reciprocity, like, okay, you're hanging out, but are we having this experience? Are you kind of being selfish, you know? And then for me to want to continue that friendship with you, I need to communicate that with you so I don't end up losing you, cutting up because I'm frustrated and I'm not communicating with you.
Listen,
and it's not necessarily about a relationship, but it's about like, hey, like my friends don't come at my house 2:20 in the morning. We hang out, then they come over my house at 2:20 in the morning.
Listen, ladies, I'm gonna ask you something. All guys want to really know the real. You know, you guys gave me a lot of good points, but tell me this: how does it feel? What would you say? You know, Charlie and Kate. What would you say to a guy that, you know, after you, if you can peacefully, if you can pull him to the side and say something to him, as violent or peaceful as you want, what would you say to him about after the transformation? He comes back around and he's on you. He's telling you everything you want to hear. What would you say to him in response if he just listened to you for 3 minutes straight? What would you say to him?
If he's telling me everything I want to hear, what would I have to say? I appreciate you so much for listening to me and understanding my language. Thank you. You exist in this universe. I knew you were coming. That's what I would tell him. Because
I'm talking about a guy that wasn't really much into you. You know, really
then why is he around me? Why would I let him around me?
What would you say to him? What would you say? Like, would you give him a briefing, or you wouldn't say nothing to him?
No,
would you let him know like this is fucked up? Like, you know, I was into you then, and then now you come around when I lose some weight, and then or would you not even entertain it?
Well, because once again, I'm bringing it back to the topic. Would you still want me back in the day? I would communicate with that.
I'm asking you, like, all right, let's say, like, would you want the persons that wanted you back in the day, after you lost weight, and you know you were struggling with them, with trying to engage with these people and all, and now since you've lost the weight, would you want them back? Not would you want?
For me to answer that honestly, no, because I don't even think of them. I'm a total different person, and I feel like the person I was. Like now I can see where my attraction was all wrong. I couldn't even like think of them now, of who I am now.
Oh my! Would you speak to them? Would you give them the courtesy? Hey,
I'm always courteous. Would I give them my heart? I don't know.
Well, I think that more importantly, it depends on the situation, because the truth of the matter is, what if this is the person that you lost the weight for? Oh. Like what if, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like you could want somebody, you could know that they didn't want you because you were heavy. Yeah. And then that's why you chose to lose the weight. Maybe it's been a while where you kind of forgot. Well, then if you saw that person and you knew that's what it was, it's going to be rough road because there's going to be insecurity. Because you are naturally going to think
that's painful.
You're going to wonder if he's going to leave you if you gain weight again. And you never want that. You want to be in a relationship with someone where you know that like you're going to be in there together.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be supportive. You're going to grow together. So I think that can be really dangerous. Now, if you were into someone and you did make a transformation and they weren't into you and all of a sudden they are, if you still have the same feeling like, I want to get to know this person more, or I want this person to touch me, like, why not explore it?
Communicate
but,
that.
you know, you just have to make sure that you are smart of, you know, are you going to get, if you're feeling anger, why are you feeling anger?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to be able to communicate and be clear. And I feel like, because I'm so open to like love the relationship, I'm so open because I love myself, but I know what I need. You know, I'm clear on my expectations, and so and I'm to the point of my life, I just want happy, you know, like I don't want to complicate things. And I think you told me something earlier, Katie. You were like, falling in love should be easy as hell. It should not be, if you're falling in love with someone and you're asking questions or then that's not the way to go. It should be easy. Now, staying in love, that's something different. Right?
Yeah, relationships take work. Falling in love is easy.
So would you say people have more relationships or more situationships today? Do you think people are they call it relationship, but it's really entertaining, like the idea of being in a situationship? Do you think it's more of those going around? Or?
I love no, I don't want this, but I love the word situationship, by the way. That's something to really expand on, right? And talk about.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are in those, you know?
Yeah.
And they're
situationship. Yeah. Is it good to be like, is it a good thing, a bad thing?
I don't know. I say as long as you are true to your feelings and you,
all day.
You know, and I say this by the way, guys, meaning like I've cried a lot in my life, you know, I'm not this like strong, like,
yeah,
I am, and I'm becoming stronger and I'm going to continue to grow
all day. Yeah.
By reaching within.
I love that. Any more last statements, Alex, before we close out?
I like coffee. I like walking in the beach, reading novels.
Yes.
No, I'm selling myself right now to your listeners. Any female, no, I'm joking.
and he has a lovely ear for music.
Yeah, ladies.
That's what I love about you.
After 9 o'clock, every song I play is your song.
And sir, you got to the pussy. All right.
Oh.
So you guys, I think we're going to need a continuation of this episode later on because my God, we're not done. And Alex, you got to the pussy. I think our new topic is maybe for an episode, situationship, right?
Please.
Oh, that's hot. All right, y'all. So we love you guys. For all my ladies and men, amoebas, trans, unicorns, love yourself, get to the pussy. If you don't want a situationship, then go for the relationship. Just figure out what the hell you want. Am I right?
It's been real, y'all.
Yes. After 9 p.m., I will never think of 9 p.m. the same again. Bye, y'all. Thank you. Yay, we're done. That was so much fun. Thank you.